of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today.
Here's a fun fact for you. The average chameleon can point their eyes in two different directions. On the other hand, the average human can't. So unless you're a chameleon, there's absolutely no way you can focus on texting and driving at the same time. So don't do it, unless you're a chameleon.
Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Tom has been a teacher for over 40 years. One day, I think one of the students had asked the question and he didn't remember the answer. And I also noticed that he was letting his class out earlier than they were supposed to let out. I was really starting to worry.
Levi and I talked about how it would change our lives, but he was there beside me.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. Visit alz.org/ourstories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
I'm getting older. Do I need to worry about falling?
Yes, you do. Each year, 1 in 4 people 65 and older will experience a fall, and many will be serious. The majority of falls happen at home, so remove things that could make you trip and install handrails to keep you steady. To learn more about the steps you can take to help prevent a fall, please talk to your doctor. You can also visit aarpfoundation.org or medicaremadeclear.com/falls. This message was brought to you by United Healthcare and
You're listening to Western Reserve Radio on westernreserveradio.com.
Please stand by for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network on the Live 365 Network and the Live 365 app.
New York, as Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network, is proud to bring you Canton-Akron Jets hockey here, Game 2 of this Winter Classic here in the Empire State, as the Jets, they look to go for the second win in a row as they will take on the North Pitt Wildcats. Hello, everyone. Jim Craven with you, along with Kate Lamone here high atop brick number 3 at the Tim Hortons Iceplex, as we get ready to bring you round 2 of this Winter Classic. And the Canton-Akron Jets coming in today at 22-6-1. They were in action last night as they took on the Vaughan Panthers out of the Greater Toronto Hockey League here in Canada. They would get the 6-0 win over the Panthers. Jets would get goals from Tyler Benson, Sebastian Dabb. Braden LaChance, though, would be the story of the game as he would have 4 goals and an assist, 5 points on the day. And if for Connor Mold, it was a happy 18th birthday, as he would stop 33 out of 33. He would get the shutout. It'll be Brent Jankowski in net today for the Jets, as they will look to take on the 1-10 North Pittsburgh Wildcats. Wildcats 0-10 coming into their game yesterday against the Ashburn Extreme. Had only scored 12 goals in those first 10 games. However, they get the 5-3 win last night for their first of the season. North Pitt Wildcats are out of Marshall Township, Pennsylvania. Andrew Pompa was in net for the Wildcats last night. He would get the win. They would get goals from Leon Diamond, Luke Lorenzo, and Tyler Ryder. And John Britt would add 2 to give the to give the Wildcats a 5-3 win. We will play 14-minute periods here in this one as the warm-up period ends. And Akron Jets playing in the 18U Red Division. Youngstown Phantoms in action last night. Not a good night for the Phantoms. They would take the 4-0 loss to the Omaha Lancers. They'll be back in action tonight at the Cavelli Center in downtown Youngstown as they will take on the Lancers in their second of 2 games this week, and they'll look to bounce back after actually being in the same building last week that we are currently. So the Youngstown Phantoms with the busy schedule. I'm sure head coach Ryan Ward not happy about the performance last night. Great seats still available down at the Cavelli Center. Call 330-747-PUCK, 747-7825. Or if you can't be there, of course, you can listen to all the action on Western Reserve Radio with the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack, and engineer extraordinaire, Dave Ferris. Canton Akron going to be the visiting team today. They're going to be in their all navy blue with the light blue numbers, the white outline, navy blue helmets, navy blue pants. And for the North Pitt Wildcats, designated the home team, they will be in their white jerseys with the aqua green detail, aqua green numbers outlined in black. Black pants, the white socks with the aqua green and black stripe, and the black helmets. Wildcats playing out of the Pittsburgh Area Amateur Hockey League, a league that some of the Jets players are well familiar with. Will Craven, Lucas Black, Connor Mold. We played down there for several years, so some familiar faces I'm sure they will see here today. Coaching staff for the Canton Akron Jets is Sean Houston, the head coach. He's assisted by John Evans, Mike Furlong, and Ethan Everhart. Coaching staff for the Wildcats. Head coaches Travis Cheeky, Thomas Diamond, and Derek Bubb. We are set to get underway here as LaChance will take the face-off for Canton Akron. They'll win this one clean. Chance with 5 points last night, 4 goals and an assist. He had a hat trick coming into the second period. As we are underway. And Canton Akron working into the zone. Stagmeyer taking a shot off the pad of the North Pitt netminder. Trying to see if that's Andrew Pompa or Carlo in the net. North Pitt working back down into the lower side, back through the neutral zone and to the near board. I think Carlo is what I'm told is in the net. Who was I'm told is in the net to our right. And from behind the net, Brett Jakowski. They'll work up the near board. As Brown now from his own defensive zone will drift back. He'll go D to D, send it to the far side over to Maudreau. Maudreau going to drop this one deep into the zone. Max Morrow going to pick it up from the net of Jankowski and play it off the boards. Trying to get it out to Mason Doris. And through center, but intercepted by Ray Humphreys. Brown through center. And working on the near boards. Maudreau going to have to chase this one down. Be covered up. Carlo will have the face-off down in the Jets offensive zone. 12:20 remaining here. First period. We are scoreless, just underway. Both teams coming off of a win last night. As Sebastian Depp will take this face-off to the left of Carlo. He'll take this one for the Jets. Morrow, Johnson, Barbieri, and Chavol to join him. And Akron is one of Chavol going to chip this one over to Barbieri. Barbieri from the circle, taking a shot, glove save. And we'll do it again, same spot. 12:13 remaining here, first period. If you're just joining us here on the iMedia One Network app. We'll drop this to the right of Carlos. Chavol there, Dab will get this one. He'll be upper right corner. He'll get some resistance, but Deacon Johnson will step in to help him. And he'll bring this one around the net of Carlo. Out to the slot. Takes a shot. off the post. Dorsavold knew he should have had that one. A little bit too much English on that one. Far board now. Back to the center is trying to get it to Dab. But it'll be taken away by North Pitt. It'll be Joyce. That'd be Swaney on the move, but he'll lose the puck. Back through center, and Joyce again will reset from his own defensive zone, but he'll be harassed by Deacon Johnson. And Sebastian Dab back out to center. Barbieri taking a shot from the blue line. Another glove save by Carlo. He'll set this one down and be played. And Stewart will pick it up from behind the net. Chased out by Tyler Benson. He'll have to drop this and leave it for John Britt. Britt with 2 goals last night before the Wildcats win. A chance from the point. Taking a shot off the boot of a Wildcat player and back out to center. He'll work from the right side of Jankowski and have it taken away by the Jets. Back through center. Tyler Benson, one-on-one. Taking a shot, so going to be redirected off of the boot of Logan Brown. From around the back of the net to the far right corner, LaChance. Battling inside, he'll try to work past Haas. Puck from the point now. Balestrino wants to take the shot, but forgot the puck. He'll in the upper right corner now as they'll try to reset it. Balestrino will get a second shot, and another glove save by Carlo. 10:39 remaining here in the first period. No score. Jets 1-0 on the weekend. Wildcats 1-0 on the weekend. This will be the last weekend before the Jets go to the break. All right, draw to the right here as it'll be Dan Siff taking it for the Jets. They'll work it back out here. It's Gage Weaver trying to keep it in the zone. Trying to hide it from Humphreys. And it'll head to the near side as Ryder from the left circle to the left of Carlo. Tries to bring it through center. He'll be harassed by Rossi nicely all over him. It'll be Reeder, though. And we'll drop this down low into the Jets' defensive zone. Jankowski working from right to left. He'll help push one away. And actually will cover this one up. 10-12 remaining. First period. No score. Here on this Saturday morning. Of course, we preempted here on Western Reserve Radio 2. Pat Lucci and Dave Clark with the Saturday Morning Sports Page. You can catch them over on Western Reserve Radio. We are on the iMedia One Network app. Free for iOS and Android. As Craven will bring this up the far board. He'll try to get through center. Try to get it out to Wyatt Dilly. Dilly through center. He'll get it to the Dab. Dab working to the right of Carlo. But he will be bumped off the puck by Tyler Reeder. On the far board now. Dilly. Trying to set it back up. Puck, no possession now finally. Wildcats will have it to try to bank it off the board. Out to the point. Craven taking a one-timer. And it's going to be a pad save by Carlo. Back out to Craven. Craven taking another shot. This one going to go wide right. And down in the lower right corner. Right in front of us, Deacon Johnson. And Sebastian Dab stepping in, trying to get past Lorenzo and Joyce. Dab sending it back over to Craven. Craven dropping this one down low behind the net of Carlo. Deacon Johnson in the lower right corner, trying to feed it in the slot. And we'll run into some congestion as Lorenzo had it. Lorenzo going to take a high shot, and we're going to have a penalty coming up. Sebastian Dab with the hit on Lorenzo. We'll head to the box. A delayed penalty coming up, and we'll get it as Jankowski will set the puck down with 9:12 remaining here in the first period. Wildcats will go to the power play. Right on the boards in front of us. Like Dab went a little high on the check. As we will start this power play with 9:12 left in the first period. Joyce to take the face-off to the right of Jankowski for the Wildcats. It'll end up on the stick of Jack Pryor. Pryor working from behind the net of Jankowski, trying to clear it down ice, and he will send it the entire length of the ice. Well, Carlo will sweep this one over to Swaney. Swaney trying to get it back through, but picked up by LaChance. LaChance working into the zone, but he'll be 3-on-1 and won't be able to get past the 3 white jersey. Swaney down the near board now into the zone. He'll take a shot. Swept away by Jankowski. Jankowski working from right to left. Puck tied up down in the lower left corner where the Jets will happily stay in the corner. His time ticks away with 1:24 remaining on the man advantage for the Wildcats. No score here. And now it's going to be LaChance working in the zone. He'll have his pocket picked there as Brown tried to send it back through. Lucas Black coming to put Brown into the boards. And Craven backhanding this to the far side, trying to get it over his defensive partner, Gage Weaver. Excuse me, that'll be Jack Pryor, and we're going to get a whistle as we'll have a player down. .8:17 remaining here in the first period. And we're going to have a hit. That is going to result in a penalty. John Britt will head to the box. As that young man will get up and walk this one off. So the Jets and Wildcats will be 4-on-4 for the next minute 5. And the Jets will go to a 55-second power play. Thereafter, we'll drag this one down to the Jets offensive zone and have the draw to the left of Carlo. And then Haas to take the face off for the Wildcats. And it'll be Lucas Black. Oh, excuse me, that'll be Braden LaChance that will step into the circle for Canton Akron. All right, 4-on-4 for the next 55 seconds. As Canton Akron win this one out to the point. Shot by Barbieri. Another pad save by Carlo. Working in front of the paint in front of him. He'll cover it up. And that will stop the clock. With 8:10 remaining here. 58 seconds remaining on the penalty to Sebastian Dabb. A minute 53 on the penalty to John Britt. A chance taking the face off to the right. They'll get it to Barbieri. Barbieri trying to work through the circle to the right of Carlo. Down behind the goal line. Black there. He overran the puck. And taken by Burns. Back out the center is Grady. Will work his way through center. He'll blow a tire. And it'll be Lucas Black. Sending it forward through center. He'll get it to LaChance. LaChance working from the far side. He'll work around the defensive player, and it's going to take a shot. Another save by Carlo. Puck sail just sat in front of there and on the paint. Nobody saw it, but cleared away by the Wildcats to the near side. Jets dumping this one in the upper right corner as Lucas Black will go for a change. 15 seconds left on the penalty to Sebastian Dabb. 1:07 remaining on the penalty to John Britt. Down through center and into the Jets defensive zone. They'll work this one from behind the goal line, back up the near board. Morrow with some speed through center. He'll carry this through to the circle to the left of Carlo. Around Joyce. Looking for somebody in the slot. Sif followed him. And Dabb out of the box now. With the puck to the right side. And it'll be Stagmeyer stepping and try to get a surprise shot there. Couldn't get it. And from behind the net, it'll be Sebastian Dabb sending it to the far side. Joyce looking from behind the net, try to get past Stagmeyer. Shot, sharp angle shot. Net moving around here. The officials aren't going to stop it, though. Sip sending it to Morrow. Morrow on the near side. Takes a shot. It'll go wide left. Stagmeyer trying to keep it in the zone, but it'll drift out. Stagmeyer will send this one over to Morrow as he goes down. And Sebastian Dabb from the circle to the left of Carlo. Working back into the slot. Sif taking the shot off the chest of Carlo. High in the air. Still hanging out there. Morrow trying to take a second shot. And it'll be a third shot by Sif. It'll be redirected. And this time it'll go in. Dan Sif will get the goal from the low slot. And the Jets take a 1-0 lead with 6:16 left here in the first period. Power play goal for the Jets. At center. Renzo taking this for the Wildcats. Take this one against LaChance. Weaver from his defensive zone. Trying to send it forward. Try to connect on the pass. Try to time it up. But it'll head down in front of Carlo. He'll cover it up. And the clock will stop with 6:05 remaining here. First period. All right, so that won't be a power play goal. We were 1 second off. They're not going to grant that. That's okay. It's a goal either way. Sif from the left of Carlo taking the face off. Out nicely. Balestrino, Weaver, and Doris. And Brown will have this one in the lower right corner. He'll try to get out of defensive zone, try to get it past Sip. Sip's going to keep it in. They'll battle on the near board in front of us nicely. Now carrying it, he'll be harassed by Henry. Wildcats with it, back out the center with Dan Sip. We'll redirect this into the upper right corner. Behind the net. Down in the lower right corner for the Jets. Bodies coming together here as Balestrino trying to keep it in the zone. Just let it slide out barely. Sip will take a bump nicely, sending it to the far side to Weaver. Weaver going to chip this one to Mason Doris, who will send it behind the net of Carlo. And Lorenzo for the Wildcats going to clear this out to center. Wildcats trying to find some rhythm, can't get their feet together, and Sip stepping in there along the boards as Canton Akron will have the puck this time. Balestrino through center. He'll try to work next to Doris. Have to get some help, have the puck knocked off his stick. This one will be sent all the way down ice. Icing coming up against North Pitt. 5:03 remaining here. First period, Jets with a 1-0 lead. Dave, if you're listening, just saw your message. We'll try to fix that. All right, face off to the left. Wildcats netminder. Pitt will win this one. They'll get out the center. However, errant pass. And it will hit back into Jets defensive zone. Chavold there with Wyatt Dilly. Pitt now through center. Grady trying to get into the Pitt offensive zone. Takes a shot. It's going to be redirected off defenseman Max Morrow. Back on the far side. Some contact there. And it'll be Sebastian Dabb trying to chase it down. And we're going to get a whistle. I believe it's going to be an offside. Well, we'll see. Actually, we're going to get a roughing call on the backside of the play. And because it was on the backside, didn't see it. All right, so Swaney will head to the box as Canton Akron will go to their first power play of the day. 4:32 remaining here in the first period. Black, Dabb, Pryor, and Barbieri. And Tyler Benson out for the power play. And Humphreys are going to win this one, take it down the far near board. Try to work to the right of Jankowski. He'll be bumped off the puck as Jack Pryor was having none of that. Trying to work to the left of Jankowski. Net going to move around here. The official's going to let him play. Barbieri trying to pass. He'll fan on that and give it to Pryor behind him. Pryor from the circle to the left of Carlo. Feeding out to the slot. Black went to take a shot, but Reeder right there. And Humphrey now with it, but nowhere to go is Jack Pryor. We'll back check him. Pryor stepping in, sweeping it away. And throwing down a North Pitt Wildcat onto the ice shot. From the circle from the right, Carlo scores! Jack Barbieri on the power play goal. 1:15 left in the power play. Jets take a 2-0 lead. .346 remaining, first period. Jets with a 2-0 lead already. Lorenzo to take the face-off against Deacon Johnson. Jets will moving left to right on your devices. Wildcats right to left. Chavold trying to work on the near board, getting into the zone. You have 3 white jerseys in front of him. Deacon Johnson now going to back him up, keep it to the far board. Stewart there for the Wildcats. He'll try to trip him up, and Joyce will take it from the near side as they'll work back out through the neutral zone. Chavold, though, there. He'll get past Henry and drop it for Dilly. Dilly getting it back out. It'll go off the boot of Deacon Johnson, redirected over to Luke Lorenzo. But redirected now back to Chavold through center. Working to the circle to the left of Carlo. Trying to take a shot. Then looking for Dilly in the slot. Couldn't get to him. Henry working through center. Can't get past Dilly, though. We'll reach in and take the puck. They'll work in front of the net of Jankowski. A shot going to the left side. Open net. Jankowski, though, will recover. And the Jets now will have the puck. Max Morrow, far side. Trying to work past Lorenzo. Into the circle to the right of Carlo. Nobody there to feed. He'll work his way around the kick plate. Here all the way around the boards. And he'll backdrop this to Tyler Benson. Benson behind the net. Trying to get it out to LaChance. LaChance out to the point. Craven taking a shot. and it's going to be redirected wide to right. Raven back on the ice after being bumped up a little bit. LaChance now down in the lower right corner. Has Benson in the slot. Couldn't feed him. Took 2 hits from 2 different Wildcats. And here comes Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer redirected. Now we're going to have a penalty coming up against the North Pitt Wildcats. I don't know if it's going to be interference or if it's going to be roughing, but we'll wait for the calls. Henry will head to the box for North Pitt. Interference going to be the call. With 2:22 left here, remaining first period, 2-0 is the score. Jets with the lead. Face off to come to the right. Carlisle. Papa was in net last night for the Wildcats for them to get their first win. Face off to the left here, Lucas Black. We'll take this one against John Britt. Britt already serving a penalty today. Lucas Black winning this one. He'll have to chase it down in the lower right corner, though. Black being tackled by Brown. No call on that. And from the circle. Send it to the lower right corner here. Jack Pryor there. Going to have the backhand. Just get it out to Lucas Black. However, hit right there. And we're going to have another penalty coming up as Lucas Black played the hit on Landon Haas. And Black. Black was trying to argue his point, and I think Coach Sean Houston said, no, so maybe that was a good call. So Lucas Black going to the box for 2 minutes. 2 minutes left here, first period. 1:38 left on the penalty. To Ray Humphreys. 2 minutes for Lucas Black. He'll drop this one to the right of Jankowski. Jets going to win this one. Sip. Try to bring it through center. He'll work from behind the pick of Jack Pryor, and he'll have his pocket picked as well by Tyler Reeder. Behind the net of Carlo. Now they will set this up. Set it to the near side. Swaney. Sending it past Sip over to the far side. And it'll be Ollie Stagmeyer right there to keep it in. Sip looking to feed Weaver. Weaver from the circle takes a shot. Pad save. Looking for the rebound, and Sip couldn't get to it. And we're going to get a penalty coming up. Well, the official hasn't told us what it's going to be. So we know it's going to be on Tyler Reeder. We'll see if we can get a signal. A lot of chaos going in the corner there. So roughing going to be the call as we start to figure out the hockey rule book here. See what kind of game this is going to be. So the Wildcats now down 2 players. 1:28 remaining here, first period. 1:27 remaining on the penalty to Lucas Black. Pryor from the circle to the left of Carlo. Stegmeyer looking for the rebound shot, couldn't get to it. Weaver now from the circle. Taking the shot himself, and it's going to go in. Gage Weaver gives the Jets a 3-0 lead with 1:15 remaining here in the first period. That should clear the penalty, I believe, to Ray Humphreys. So 1:47 remaining on the penalty to Humphreys, 1:16 remaining on the penalty to Lucas Black. So we're 4-on-4 for the next minute 16. And Akron will go to the power play for 31 seconds afterwards. From center, the chance taking the face off against Stewart. But Pitt will win this one, drifted down to the Jets' defensive zone, and the Jets will take it from them. From behind the net of Jankowski, working to the near board. Out to the center. He's almost got the shot off past Carlo, but Stewart now with the puck. He'll drop it. Trying to get it back to him. He didn't see it coming. Jets now trying to chip this one back there. It looks like we may have it offside coming up. The Wildcats will play this, and it'll be Joyce. It'll go down. He'll blow a tire from behind the net and send it to the far side. There will be the Wildcats with the puck now. Carrying it through center is Stewart. Stewart to the near side, trying to get past Weaver and nicely. He'll get trapped down in the corner, lose the puck, and Jack Pryor will be there for the Jets on the far left corner. Pryor through center with some speed, trying to chip it over to LaChance. LaChance couldn't quite hold on to it, and Gage Weaver will redirect back to his own defensive zone to set this one up. 10 seconds remaining on the penalty to Lucas Black. And Fort Pitt sending this one down. That should clear the penalty to Lucas Black as we come to the end of the first period here at the Tim Hortons Iceplex in Rochester, New York. Jets will take a 3-0 lead into the second period. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You are listening to Canton Akron Jets hockey here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier. Then make sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world. You're listening to Canton Akron Jets hockey on the iMedia One Sports Network.
Second period action coming up here. The Jets take a 3-0 lead. We'll switch sides of the ice. Carla will go to our left. Connor Mold, the Brent Jankowski in the net to our right. Jets with a 3-0 lead. Jets so far 2 for 3 on the power play. Tyler Reeder will be in the box for the next 31 seconds. LaChance will take the face-off against Luke DiRenzo. Jets now moving right to left. Hit left to right. And Barbieri from center. Tried to get that LaChance. LaChance just shipped it back to Barbieri. And Stagmeyer now back drifting into his own defensive zone. We'll give it to Max Morrow. Back out to center. It's freshly released Lucas Black back on the ice. They'll work to the right of Carlo. LaChance taking a sharp angle shot. Didn't get it off. It'll be returned to him. LaChance from the blue line. Trying to switch out. Trying to shift one in. Trying to sneak one in as he spun around from the blue line. It'll be redirected to the near board. And Stagmeyer now from the circle, chipping into LaChance. LaChance into the slot. But the only one there is DiRenzo. And he'll have that taken away by Ollie Stagmeyer. From behind the net, Lucas Black coming in with the hit. He'll have to work on going a little lower on those as Max Morrow will sweep this one off the stick of Reeder. And Barbieri will carry it around the net of Jankowski. Out through center. And this one will be icing coming up against the Jets. 12:48 remaining here. We are back to 5-on-5. Draw to come to the right of Jankowski. It'll be Sif and Ray Humphreys. Battle of 11s, a shot off the circle. It'll be stopped by Jankowski. Swept across his face this time, now down in the lower right corner. Reeder right off the face-off, trying to get the shot. Brown now from the top of the circle. And couldn't get it through traffic. And I believe Jankowski bumped into the net, knocked it off its pegs, and it will reset it. Clock will stop with 12:33 left here in the second period. Jets with a 3-0 lead. Humphreys and Sif again, this time to the left of Jankowski. I just want to draw, and it'll be Mason Doris through center. He'll work down the far boards. He'll have nicely with him, but he'll lose the puck, have to hold up and look for a partner. It'll be Sif from the far side, working into the circle. He'll lose the puck, swept back out to center, and Sif going to have to race Reeder to it. Got just enough of it for Weaver to pick it up in the upper right corner. Sif again. Back through center, trying to get it to Doris. Doris trying to work past Mondro to the left of Carla. Working to the inside, trying to take the shot. Mondro taking the shot. Or the lane away from him. He'll get it back out to Sif. Out at the blue line, but errant pass here is Canton Akron now will have to recover. Balestrino had an opportunity to get it, and offside coming up against the Wildcats. Jets will be back in action tonight at 5:40. I believe it's going to be 5:40. We'll take on the Frederick Freeze out of Maryland. Chavold, Craven, Dab, Pryor, and Deacon Johnson on the ice here as this one will trickle down to the Jets' offensive zone, worked off the near board. And Craven going down again, tied up with Stewart. Britt through center, sending it to the far side. Pryor taking away the zone, so they'll have to just send this one down behind the goal line. Deacon Johnson from the board, trying to work this one over to Dab. Dab had to rebound and go get it himself. And on the near board is Deacon Johnson causing a pile. And now Pryor through center, and we're going to get a whistle here as it looks like, I believe Landon Haas is going to head back to the box. Deacon Johnson threw his hands. The officials said, you're going to go. Matching penalties. They will. Deacon Johnson's. But, okay. This is more like a timeout than it is a penalty, as Johnson took a little face wash after that as well. So 11-12 left here, second period. 3-0 is your score. Jets with the lead. LaChance taking the face off. Against Luke Dorenzo. This will be just outside the Jets' offensive zone to our near side. Dorenzo 42, Chance 22. And it'll be the Jets that'll win this one. Black sending it over to Pryor. Pryor dropping it deep down into the Jets' offensive zone behind the net of Carlo. Hit though through center. Dorenzo now trying to get into the zone. Jack Pryor there. All he can handle. Try to get it to Tyler Benson. Benson redirected it, and it'll be a shot. Sharp angle shot from the left of Jankowski. It'll be stopped. And the clock will stop as well with 10:56 remaining in your second period. Well, getting the start last night. Jankowski getting the start today. Canton Akron going to win this one cleanly. Tyler Benson will go down. We're getting a tripping call coming up. Delayed penalty as LaChance will send this one back out to the point. Bold headed to the box. Shot from the blue line. Craven took the shot, stopped as it hit the chest of Carlo. And we're going to get the whistle as Pitt touches up. And the clock will stop with 10:56 remaining. Second period. Jets will go to the power play. So far, 2 for 3 on the special teams. Benson, Black, Pryor, Barbieri, and one more out there. Hard to see through this net. All right, draw it to the right of the Wildcats netminder. Go deep to the far side. Pryor from the circle takes a shot. Stop. Rebound shot attempted by Barbieri. Was right there. Couldn't connect on it. Pryor again. Trying to get it through traffic. Nothing there. Jets trying to keep it in, but it'll be pushed out the center as Lucas Black will recover. We're going to get past Stewart. He'll blow a tire, go down. Pryor was right there, and Jankowski will come out to play it and send it back out to center. Lucas Black will circle back around to his own defensive zone where he will set up. Pryor through center. Do we have a penalty coming up? I believe another one coming up against North Pitt. Delayed penalty now is we have 1:19 left on the penalty to Swaney. And finally going to touch up. And a tripping penalty coming up against North Pitt. 5-on-3 coming up for the next minute 15. Marcus Stewart, the guilty party. He will go sit for 2 minutes. Caitlin writing furiously as these penalties start to pile up. LaChance from the right. The Wildcat netminder. And we'll get a whistle real quick here. As the official was talking to the Wildcat bench, said, hold on, I'm not ready. And actually, they're sending another, no signal, but Grady just went to the box as well. So Liam Grady. All right, we didn't get a signal on that one. That one came late. Maybe a bench penalty is what I'm thinking. All right, from the far side, Stagmeyer going to hold this one up in his own defensive zone. Set it up for Weaver. Gage Weaver working through center to the near board, to the right of Carlo. Looking for somebody. He'll get a chance at the blue line. Stagmeyer from the circle to the left, back to LaChance. LaChance taking a shot. Glove safe. Dangling out in front of the netminder there. It'll be pushed out as Stagmeyer will bring these Jets defensive team back. Excuse me, power team. Easy for me to say. Power play team back. There he goes, Stagmeyer. Taking the shot wide right. 9:27 remaining here, second period. 5-on-3 currently. LaChance to the circle. For a sharp angle shot, back to LaChance at the circle. Takes a shot. And, wow, this one went wide right. Had some room to work, but LaChance again going to get a shot as he works this through center. And he'll take the shot to the left of Carlo. He'll stop this one, and the clock will stop with 9:07 remaining here, second period. 11 seconds remaining. And Caitlin brings up a good point. There is a live feed here. We're not used to that. We're used to working here in these rustic conditions. we do have a heater high up top here, so we're excited as Pryor will send this one D to D. He'll get this one to Barbieri. Back to Pryor. Walking the blue line. Black now. From center. Will take the slapper. And glove save by Carlo. 1 second remaining on the penalty to Swaney. 46 seconds left on the penalty to Grady. As we'll try to see if we can get live feed here. Trying to get some explanation on that penalty at least. 8:48 remaining here. Clock running as they'll go D to D. Taking a shot from the blue line. Trying through traffic. It'll be swept away in front of Carlo. Back out to center where Lucas Black will send this one over to Pryor. Pryor had to try to get it to Pryor and almost taken by North Pitt with a scoring opportunity. Jets back through the zone here. Tyler Benson near board. Tried to feed it and stopped by Pitt, and it will be sent out to Lucas Black. Pryor through center. He'll drop it for Black. Black to the far side. Into the zone to the left of Carlo. Works to the inside. Takes a shot. And he'll miss on that one. Our board now is 8:05 remaining here. North Pitt player upended. Tyler Benson involved in that one. Humphreys went down awkwardly. And a shot from Deb. A rebound shot attempted by Black. Can't connect on it. 7:45 remaining here, second period. Jets with a 3-0 lead. Down the far side. Body's connected again. Backhanded attempt. Jankowski, though, taking the path away, and he'll be knocked off there. Henry with the attempt. Henry now working from the far side. He'll have Sip in front of him. And they'll send this one around the back of the net. And we'll get a whistle here. 7:29 remaining here. I'm going to say a high sticking. Couldn't see anything here as we look to our right. All right, so 2 minutes to Jack Pryor. He will head to the box. Face off to the left of Jankowski. This one going to be taken by LaChance. He'll take the shot. Stagmeyer was there. He flinched on that one. On the blue line again, trying to make it through traffic. Jankowski moving right to left to push this one away. Weaver working from behind the net. Craven there. Trying to sweep it out of danger, and he will do that. And out to center now with some speed. LaChance working through two white jerseys. Drop passes to Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer takes a shot off the chest of Carlo. And we'll have 1:28 remaining on the penalty to Pryor. 6:52 remaining here, second period. Haas into the zone, takes a shot. Not much on that. Be redirected by Jankowski up into the netting. And we'll get the whistle with 6:44 remaining here in the second period. Fast and furious game here for a 10:40 a.m. game. Face off to the right of Jankowski. And Kent Akron won this one through center. No chance, working to the inside. Takes a shot, stop. Oh, he got the goal. Braden LaChance with his 5th goal of the weekend already gives the Jets a 4-0 lead. That, a shorthanded goal. Not much reaction from anybody on that one. So 58 seconds left on the penalty, Jack Pryor. Pitt going to win this one. Morrow going to clear it out of the zone. Tried to anyway. He'll stop. If Grady will keep it in, he'll bring it to the far side. Britt from the right of Jankowski, working from behind the goal line. Working it off the near boards, and this one will sail the length of the ice. As Carlo will come out the plate. He'll send it out to Britt. Britt to the neutral zone. Have Barbier and Morrow in front of him. From the left of Jankowski, tried to work around him. Benson snuck up around him. He'll send it around the boards. And this one chipped up into the North Pit bench by Sebastian Dabb. Okay, that penalty to Stewart was an unsportsmanlike, so that was Grady serving the 2-minute portion of that. All right, so some clarification on that as we have our handy-dandy live feed here. This one going to be won by the Jets. They'll send it the length of the ice. With 10 seconds left here on the penalty to Jack Pryor. Short-handed goal ready for Canton Akron. Our left corner. Let's work it from behind the net of Carlo. Lorenzo beating it forward, trying to get through center. Morrow there. And it'll be back and forth. And we'll get an offside call as Pitt was trying to get it into the zone. It looked like two of them were trying to go at the same time. Official said, no, you can't do that. 5:21 remaining here, third period. Jets with a 4-0 lead. Dabb, Dilly, Balestrino, Weaver. Out for Canton Akron. Will clear the penalty. Braden LaChance with that goal earlier. They're crediting the assist to Stagmeyer and Craven. I don't know if Craven was even on the ice. 81-21, very confusing. Balestrino from the blue line. Trying to keep it in the zone. We'll chip it down. Jets will have to vacate as they re-enter, but Pitt working it through the center. And it'll be Haas taking a shot. It'll go off the boot of Weaver and redirect out to Deacon Johnson. Johnson down the far side. And we'll have Wyatt Dilly with him. Chip this one down low and work from behind the net, back up the near board. Sebastian Dabb from the circle to the right of Carlo. Works to the inside, takes a shot. Sebastian Dabb with the goal. 4:35 remaining here. Second period, Jets now with a 5-0 lead. Up until this point, Wildcats with a rough season so far have been outscored. 74-12. I think that's 79-12 now, if my math is correct. All right, Sift to take the face-off for Canton Akron. Nicely Weaver, Balestrino, Doris all out. Britt now through center, trying to work through three blue jerseys. Weaver taking the path away, shot through traffic. The Wildcats will go nowhere. Britt working from the under, trying to work into the slot. Have it redirected. Another shot, rebound shot from the circle. Will be knocked away, and it'll be Mordro that had it. Doris giving him some problems, and North Pitt sending it down through his Balestrino. Will pick this one up and send it to the lower right corner. Over to Weaver. Weaver taking a bump from Britt. Doris now through center. Sift to his right. He'll drop it to the sophomore. A Sift will stop in the circle, try to look for some help. He'll get it to Rossi nicely, and a nice drop pass. Nicely out to the slot there, but it'll be Britt picking it off and sending it to the far side. Dan Sift will pick this one up in front of Jankowski, reset it, and send it against the near board. Try to get it back to Sift. He couldn't handle the pass, and Weaver banking it off the near board back out the center and redirected where Britt will have it. He'll send it to Reeder. Reeder on the top of the circle, harassed by Rossi nicely. And Haas in the center, battling with Weaver. And the puck redirected on down. Will this be icing? Yes, it will. That one will come back with 3:14 remaining here, second period. Jets with a 5-0 lead. So yesterday we had 5-0. We had a running clock, but maybe that applies in the third period. We're actually going to have to read the rules. Face off to the right of Jankowski. Stagmeyer will chase it out to center. And now Tyler Benson working to the right of Carlo. Looking to feed the chance. He'll give it to Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer taking the sharp angle shot. And he's going to score. Stagmeyer with the goal. Makes it 6-0 with 3:01 remaining in the second period. Only Stagmeyer, the junior out of Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy, adds one more. As we'll have the draw with Dorenzo and LaChance at center. 3:01 remaining here. Pitt will win this one cleanly. Back out to center, try to connect on the pass. Reeder, though, will send it down. It'll go up to chest of Craven. He'll have to chase it down in the corner. Craven taking a bump from Dorenzo. And now it's going to be the Jets with the puck, with speed, through center. LaChance with Benson to his left. And LaChance was being tripped up slowly. Tried to get it over to Tyler Benson. Just couldn't push it off his stick. Very awkward here as LaChance. All I can describe it as was a pirouette. Looking like I think it was a Charlie Brown Christmas. That's for you, Bree Black. That's your favorite. I know. All right, 2:39 here, left here in the second period. Logan Brown will head to the box for tripping. Stagmeyer with the goal, credited to Benson and LaChance. That one might be right. It's been a little bit of a gamble this week on the assists. Face off to come to the left of Carlo here. 2:39 remaining, second period. 6-0 is your score. Jets with the lead. On the far side, Pryor trying to work to the inside. Send it right around the back of Carlo. Tried to send it out to Tyler Benson, and it'll be intercepted by the Wildcats. Henry Black drop passing this to Benson. Nice sequence there. Pryor backing it off the boards. Trying to get it past Stewart. Pryor working back to the inside. He'll have the puck knocked off, and he'll go down with a push from behind. And checking. Checking from behind as Swain will go to the box. 5-on-3 for the next one. Oh, boy. 5-on-3 for the next 131. We'll go to 5-on-4 for 29 seconds. One thing I will say is the math is getting challenging around here. 6-0 is your score. Jets with the lead. So much for our live updated scores. All right, so timeout, I believe, here by the Jets. Six nothing your score here. 2:09 remaining your second period. Jets will be back in action tonight. They will take on the Frederick Freeze out of the great state of Maryland. That'll be the second matchup between those two. Third matchup between those two teams. They met in Pittsburgh in game one of a tournament in October, and in a championship game, Jets were down 3-0 in that game in the final, and Braden LaChance scored 3 goals. I think it was 3 goals in the third period and Stagmeyer would get one to give them the lead in the win. Black from the near side. He'll go D to D to the far side. Pryor taking the shot. Off pad save. And Black sending it back out to Pryor. He'll let him take another shot. Nope. Pryor said, I'll send it to the circle over to Dab. Dab back to Black. Black at the blue line. Takes a shot. Ricocheted around the net keeper. Nope. Rebound shot attempted by Tyler Benson. Couldn't connect on it. Benson dropping it back behind the goal line. And up the near board. Out to the point. Black going D to D. Pryor taking the shot, trying to get it through traffic, wide right of the cage. And we're going to get it covered up as we have a little bit of jawing going on. Not too much, though, here. 1:20 remaining here, second period. Jets already with a 6-0 lead. Minute 12 left. On the penalty to Swaney, and 42 seconds left on the penalty to Brown. Weaver, EDD at the blue line. Stagmeyer, top of the slot. Feeds down in the circle to the right of Carlo. Takes a sharp angle shot into the chest of the Wildcats netminder. Carlo. And we'll drop this one to the right here with LaChance taking the face off. We'll take it against Dorenzo. Back out to the blue line. Weaver, D to D. Feeding to Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer will drop it just outside. He'll have to reset at center. He'll get it back over to LaChance. LaChance with some speed. Trying to work past. Dorenzo takes a shot, redirected in the lower left corner. Weaver will wait for it. He'll drop it again for Braden LaChance, the captain, down into the circle to the left of Carlo. Chance in the circle now to the right. Takes a shot, trying to get it through traffic, pad save. As we hit the 42nd mark of the second period. 5-on-4 now as one of the penalties will be cleared to North Pitt. Backhand shot into the chest of Carlo by LaChance. And we'll get the stoppage with 32.3 seconds left here. Second period, Jets with a 6-0 lead. 23 seconds remaining on the penalty to Swaney. Face off to come to the right. All right, the chance for the face-off. Darce there. It'll be swept all the way down ice to Jankowski, who will come out and set it up for Ollie Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer dropping it for Gage Weaver. Weaver through the zone. He'll work around Wildcat defender. Through center, takes a shot right into the chest. Trying to take it coast to coast. Couldn't finish the last step here as well. 12.5 seconds left here in the second period. 6-0 is the Jets score. Chance sending it out to Weaver at the blue line. Weaver couldn't gather it up, and he will be bumped off the puck by Dorenzo, and that will bring us to the end of the second period here in Rochester, New York. After two, Canton Akron Jets with a 6-0 lead over the North Pitt Wildcats. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You're listening to Canton Akron Jets hockey here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One network.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley.
Someone's got to set the tone out there, boys. Someone's got to Said it.
The station that sets the tone for Youngstown Phantoms hockey is Western Reserve Radio. WRTV, The Scourge.
You're listening to Canton Akron Jets hockey on the iMedia One Sports Network.
Lorenzo and LeChamp take the face-off to get the third period started. 14 minutes up on the board. Jets with a 6-0 lead. Jankowski in the net to our left, Carlo to our right. Jets going to move left to right. Wildcats right to left. North Pitt will win this one cleanly. Have the puck knocked away by LeChamp. And back out to center. Weaver there to disrupt it. They'll be just enough to get it to Lorenzo, and LeChamp will back check him and take it away from him. Black out to center again. Had it for a moment. Knocked away by Henry. Joyce now trying to send it the length of the ice. Right now just playing kind of a ping pong game back and forth. To the upper right corner. Lucas Black trying to work from there to be sent out as Balestrino will bring it out to the neutral zone, and LeChamp will give it back to Balestrino, who will feed it to Benson. Benson in the zone. He'll backhand it just in time. Down behind the net of Carlo. Joyce from behind the net trying to work through the zone. Tyler Benson there, though. Won't let him out. And the puck's still loose down to our lower right. Joyce desperately trying to work his way out of here. Tries to get it out the center, and then this time it will be Rossi nicely will redirect it out the center. Balestrino will return it to LeChamp, who will drop pass and try to get it to Tyler Benson, but Joyce beat him to it. And nicely chipping it down the lower right corner where Joyce again for North Pitt. And it'll be nicely taking a bump from behind. He'll go down face first. Slid about 20 feet and gets up with a smile on his face. All right, so North Pitt going back to the penalty kill. All right, from the right side of the Wildcat netminder, he'll drop this one back out to the blue line. Morrow dropping it on the near side. He'll feed it into the top of the slot. Morrow will chip it back out to Barbieri. Barbieri taking a shot, looking for his second goal of the day. Near boards is nicely. He'll feed it back out to Max Morrow. Morrow to nicely. Back to Morrow at the top of the slot. We can get the angle. Drop it to the far side. Morrow again taking the shot. Stick side. Redirect by the Wildcat goalie. St. Carlo. And some contact at the blue line. The Wildcats will chip this one down ice. 1:03 remaining on the power play for Canton Akron. Penalty to Ray Humphreys. And from the Jets, the offensive zone now from the blue line. Barbieri taking the one-timer wide left. Center lower right corner. As we get a whistle. And quite honestly, okay, it'll be Max Morrow headed to the box for Canton Akron. We'll wait for the signal exactly on what this was. All right, so we didn't get a signal from the official, but Max Morrow going to head to the box for 2 minutes. We are now in a running clock here. 10.5 minutes remaining, third period. Jets with a 6-0 lead. Penalty kill unit out for Canton Akron. However, penalties will be quick here as LeChamp will take the face off as we have the running clock. And Pryor will have this one behind the net of Jankowski. We'll take a bump from Reeder. The puck will sail out to the blue line. Benson trying to clear it out. He'll hold on to it and send it to the near side to Craven. Craven bouncing it off the boards here, trying to get it out to LeChamp. Craven going to have to chase it down in the lower left corner. He'll actually switch with Pryor. Pryor going to get to it. Pryor going to send it to Craven, and then Craven going to clear it. The length of the ice with 1 minute remaining on the man advantage for North Pitt. Around the back of the net is Swaney. Swaney trying to work past the chance, couldn't do it. Tyler Benson out to the right of the net. Has to calm this one down. working through center, trying to take a backhanded shot. And Carlo will stop that. Okay, so we're told that Max Morrow got the unsportsmanlike conduct. The 2-minute version, I guess. And the live feed says that Will Craven serving the penalty. He is cheating right now because he's out at the far point. He's out to the right of Carlo. All right, we're having fun, folks. It's early. Haas through the neutral zone, trying to send it to the far side. He'll get this one over to the circle to the left of Jankowski. Try to feed Britt. Britt takes the shot. It'll go wide right. Craven serving the penalty will be in front of the net with Jankowski. Travold trying to work through center. He'll get harassed. Send it back to Craven. Craven working it out to Dilly. Dilly, a little bit of ice to work with. He'll take his time. Send it out into the upper right corner where Travold and Byrne will battle for it. It's the near side. Here's Lorenzo. And Pryor will come together. Puck will be redirected down in the Jets' offensive zone and then back out to center. Craven working it back down. It'll go off the stick of Dilly and into the glass. Will remain in play as Byrne will send this one up into the netting, and the clock will continue to run. With 8 minutes left here, third period. Habit of saying the clock will stop. It will not. 6-0 is about all we will see here before the clock will begin to run. It was 5-0 yesterday. And we'll have the face-off to the right as Stagmeyer and Humphreys will take this in the Jets' offensive zone. Weaver taking the shot, and it'll be covered up. Clock continuing to run. 7.5 minutes left here in the game. This game started right around 10:45. And this one will settle down to Jankowski. Jankowski will backhand it over to Weaver. Weaver around the boards. Canton Akron content just to eat some clock up here. He'll take a shot. Pad saved by Jankowski. In front of the net, working. And all the bodies here, everybody but two were. And we're going to have a penalty coming up, checking from behind. And Canton Akron will go to the box. 6:40 remaining here as Ollie Stagmeyer will head to the box. We know that for sure. And LaChance and Lorenzo will take the face-off here to the left of Jankowski. 6:20 remaining here on a running clock. Game 2 of the weekend. Jets looking to go 2-0 so far here. They'll play the Frederick Freeze tonight at 5:40 right here back on Ring 3 at the Tim Hortons Iceplex here in Rochester, New York. The Winter Classic for Canton Akron. Trying to get it out of the zone. Looking for the shorthanded goal, LaChance. Into the zone. Had Black to his right. He'll have the puck knocked off his stick in front of Carlo, who will now work from the near side. Britt sending it across the ice to Stewart. Stewart got a rebound and come back to get it. Send it to the near board. This time Joyce had it and have it redirected by Black. Black will hold on to it. Set it up, but it'll end up on the stick of Stewart. We will send it to the far side. Lorenzo now through center. Tried to get it out to Britt, but Lucas Black reached out, swept it away. Now behind net of Zincarlo. The far side. Joyce with some speed. Sebastian Dabb taking the path away. Barbieri there as well. And behind the goal line, Jankowski working from left to right, right to left. Dabb stepping in on the far side to try to clear this out. And it's going to be Sebastian Dabb with two white jerseys in front of him. Works to the inside. Takes a shot. And just wide right over the glove of the Wildcat netminder. And now it's going to be Britt. 2-on-1 if they move. And actually going to be redirected by Morrow to the far side. 23 seconds remaining on the penalty to Stagmeyer. Barbieri banking this one off the board. Couldn't get all of it. Tried to get it out to Dabb. It'll end up on the twig of Humphrey. Humphrey working through the circle. And Barbieri not giving up any ground as they'll redirect it. to the left side of Jankowski. Take a sharp angle shot by Byrne, and we will continue to run this clock here. 6-0 your score. Jets with the lead. Face off to the left of Jankowski. Out to center. This one was surfed all the way down here. All penalties cleared here. We're back to 5-on-5. We'll work back out to center here. Ryder through center. Trying to take a shot from the left side of Jankowski. Blocker side save. He'll send it out and return it all the way down. And we'll get icing coming up against Canton Akron. 3:40 remaining here on a running clock. 6-0 is your score. So Craven, LaChance, Black. All out for Canton Akron. Brown tries to get this one out of the Jets offensive zone. He'll send it out to center, and Jack Pryor will walk this around through center. He's got Brown in front of him and Byrne as well. He'll work to the left side of Carlo. Try to feed it over to Lucas Black. And a shot down to the circle to the right of Carlo, redirected out to center, picked up. Now by Dorenzo. Dorenzo working on the near board. He'll take just a slight bump. Puck will come loose. And LaChance had it, but tried to work through the official. Sweeney from behind the goal line now. We'll send it out to LaChance. He'll take the shot, redirected by Carlo up into the glass. And out back out to center. Craven will chase it down. Craven back through center to LaChance. Tipping it over to Tyler Benson. Benson to the circle to the left of Carlo. To LaChance. Looking for a setup there. A couple of white jerseys stepped into one-timer from the blue line. Craven didn't get all of that. And from center now. North Pitt trying to get something going as we now have under 2 minutes to play here. And a collision at center between Britt and Pryor. Pryor, they're going to get up, shake that one off. Pryor has been a menace for them all day long. It's Craven now trying to keep it in the zone. Couldn't do it. He'll drift backwards. Try to work it off the board. Get it out to Jack Pryor. Pryor dropping now. Chavold working from the left of Carlo. Feeds it in the slot. Head with Deacon Johnson with the shot. Stopped by Carlo. Beautiful setup. Couldn't connect on it. Chavold now from the far point. On the boards, around the kick plate, around the net of Carlo. Deacon Johnson there. Buck will kind of just hang out at the goal line here. Finally, North Pitt with it and swept out to Pryor. Pryor working it down to the far board. Audro now trying to get it out of the zone, and he will be able to do that as Humphreys will keep it in, but Deacon Johnson will step in, and again, it was swept out by Sweeney. All the way down ice, Balestrino. Sending it out to center. Less than a minute to play here in game 2 here. Chimoldo will head to the bench. The puck will head over to Dorenzo. Dorenzo trying to get out of here. Defensively, Jets not giving up anything. 34 seconds left here. Jankowski will cover up a half-hearted shot. We will finally run down the final 25 seconds of this game. Jets will get their second win of the weekend. And we'll drop this to the left here. It'll be Dorenzo taking the face-off. And Canton Akron taking their time. There's Ollie Stagmeyer will come off the bench with the last 8 seconds. And they'll drop this one. Weaver will tie it up. And that will bring us to the end here of game number 2 on the weekend. The Canton Akron Jets, they get the 6-0 lead. And Jankowski gets the shutout. The Jets so far have yet to give up a goal here in Rochester, New York. We'll step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we'll give you the numbers. We will wrap it up here for game number 1 of the day. We get ready for the 540 affair. With Frederick Freeze, you are listening to Canton Akron Jets Hockey here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network.
The Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit TAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team Pride Cobras.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC, find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
You're listening to Western Reserve Radio on westernreserveradio.com.
You're listening to Canton Akron Jets hockey on the iMedia One Sports Network.
Back here as we wrap up game number 2 of the Winter Classic here in Rochester, New York. Jets get a 6-0 win. Goes to a running clock here in the third period. As we take a look at the scoring recap. And it would get started in the first period, 6:16 mark, as Dan Siff would bury it for the Canton Akron Jets. The assists listed as Dab and Morrow. Again, we're not sure about these assists. Some of these numbers have been kind of off. 3:46 of the first period, it would be Jack Barbieri getting the goal for Canton Akron, making it 2-0. Gage Weaver would get the unassisted goal with 1:15 left. He would make it 3-0. In the second period, Braden LaChance, he would get his 6th point of the weekend in his 5th goal, as he would give the Jets a 4-0 lead. Gage Weaver would get his 2nd goal of the day, or as he would get one at the 4:35 mark, of the second period. No scoring in the third period. However, penalties galore for the North Pitt Wildcats, which contributed to a very long morning here for them here in their second game as well. Shots on goal for the North Pitt Wildcats, 13. They were 0 for 5 on the power play, and it would be Carlos stopping 28 out of 34 shots. Of course, Brent Jankowski in net. Unofficially, but I think we're pretty accurate, stopped 13 out of 13. So the Jets defensively helping out the senior goaltender there, who only faced 13 shots. Canton Akron was 2 for 9 on the power play. Jets will be back in action tonight as they will take on the Frederick Freeze. That game scheduled for 5:40 here on rink number 3. And also the Youngstown Phantoms will be back in action tonight as they will take on the Omaha Lancers in game 2 of their weekend series. That's going to be a 5:45 airtime, 6:05 puck drop there at the Cavelli Center in Youngstown. 330-747-PUCK, 747-7825. for ticket information. Of course, if you can't be there, you can listen to all the action here on Western Reserve Radio. The voice of the fan is Matt Lipsack and engineer extraordinaire Dave Ferris. So for Caitlin Mold, I'm Jim Craven. Thanks for joining us again here at game number 1 of the day. We'll be back right around 5:35 this evening as the Canton Akron Jets get ready to take on the Frederick Freeze. We will see you then, everybody. So long from the Tim Hortons Iceplex here on Rick number 3. We'll see you back here tonight.
We thank you for joining us for this special presentation of Western Reserve Radio. And we now return to our regularly scheduled programming.
The stations that are always ahead of the game. Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast. Youngstown, Ohio.
Percentage of his dropbacks.
Check.
So if you as an organization and as a coach and as a team can't look and see this was very productive, this we need more often, this we need to grow with and go with.
Okay, real quick.
I think the head coach came out and
Jackie and
put
Michael,
that statement.
real quick, he was the first quarterback in Browns history since 1950 to have thrown for 300 passing yards, 3 touchdowns,
Right.
and rushed for a touchdown in a single game. That's a rookie.
Jaguars 36, Colts 19. That was an amazing game, Jackie.
Yeah, it was an amazing game, and Trevor Lawrence, this guy he never ceases to amaze me. He goes from somebody that I'm thinking, well, how is he managing to play to, a guy that's hitting multiple long passes, making plays down the field.
Balance, Jackie, balance, run, pass, man. I'm telling you.
But all
Liam
of this,
Cohen's making a better
but all
quarterback.
all of this, in my opinion, success from the pocket with a quarterback like him starts with your ability to run the football and feature your offensive line a good back.
And
that's
able
what's
to do that.
happening in Jacksonville right now, and all of a sudden, the quarterback is playing better.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, speed handicap, and get ready to find out what your experts think about these games coming up this weekend. Don't forget to get your Harmony Cheese. HarmonyCheese.com is the website. Don't forget to write down CRN Talk. When you leave the website, get 10% off your first order at HarmonyCheese.com. Send us your questions at onpoint@crntalk.com. And don't forget to like our YouTube channel. Subscribe to On Point Live with Vince and Jackie. We'll be back on Point Live.
I'm holding in my hand the American Silver Eagle dollar. It's a beautiful piece of American history, and it's 1 ounce of silver. Originally minted in 1986, these coins are a beautiful classic piece of American history, and they're a great investment you should add to your portfolio. The beauty of silver is that however much you have available to invest, silver is affordable and easy to acquire, with one coin costing around $30. So, if you choose to invest a few thousand in silver, you can get quite a bit for your money, and you'll have a tangible asset that you can hold, one you can be proud to own. Claim your piece of American history with American Silver Eagle dollars. Call the Silver Hotline right now.
800-620-1624. 800-620-1624. 800-620-1624. That's 800-620-1624.
Do you have Medicare and do you use a CPAP machine? This is a national healthcare alert regarding your CPAP supplies. Using a clean CPAP mask and clean supplies is important to staying healthy. The best way to make sure your CPAP equipment is clean is to get new supplies. If you have Medicare, we have great news. Medicare will pay for you to have new clean supplies every 90 days. We'll even do all the paperwork for you to make sure that there's little to no out-of-pocket cost to you. And you don't even have to leave your home. We provide free in-home delivery. So if you're a CPAP user and you have Medicare, staying healthy with new CPAP equipment is easy. Just make this free phone call right now to get started.
Sponsored by Specialty Medical. 800-913-9739. 800-913-9739. 800-913-9739. That's 800-913-9739.
Has someone in your family lost a job recently, and now you can't afford your mortgage payment?
Or do you have a rental property and your tenants aren't paying you? Quick Cash Offer can come to the rescue and pay you cash for your home immediately. Yes, sell your home and get cash all over the phone without dealing with real estate agents and risking your safety by showing your home to lukewarm buyers. You don't need to lose your home to foreclosure. If you have any equity in your home, we will buy it and give you cash within days, all in a simple over-the-phone and virtual process. Call Quick Cash Offer now before the economy gets worse. Sell a home you can't afford or just don't want to get the cash you need today.
800-788-1495. 800-788-1495. 800-788-1495. That's 800-788-1495.
Speed handicapping right now on the On Point Live Show with Vince Ferragamo and Jackie Slater with Christmas music in the background. Raiders at the Philadelphia Eagles. Vince.
I got to go with the Eagles. Raiders have dropped 10 in a row or 11.
Jackie.
The Eagles are going to read.
I'm going Eagles. Corey.
Eagles all the way.
Corey, Chargers at Kansas City Chiefs.
I got the Chiefs.
I got the Chargers.
I have the Chiefs.
I got the Chargers.
Okay.
Since Cleveland Browns at Chicago Bears. Jackie.
I'm going with the Bears.
I'm with you.
I got the Bears.
Bears all the way.
All right, we got Baltimore Ravens at Cincinnati Bengals. I got the Bengals.
I'm going with the Bengals as well.
I'm going with the Ravens, man. They got to win.
I'm going with the Ravens as well.
New York Jets at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Vince.
I'm going Jaguars.
Jaguars. Jaguars.
Yep,
Corey?
Jaguars.
Buffalo Bills at New England Patriots. Corey.
I got the Bills.
I got the Patriots.
I'm going with the Patriots at home.
I agree with Corey, man. No Stephon Diggs. It's not going to matter. I got the Bills.
Arizona Cardinals at the Houston Texans. Jackie.
I'm going with the Texans. Number one
I'm
defense
with you
in
on
pro
that
football.
I got the defense too. Texans.
Corey.
Texans as well.
Washington Commanders at the New York Giants. Corey.
I got the Giants.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
Dallas Cowboys. Corey.
I got the Cowboys.
Cowboys.
I'm going to take Dak Prescott over McCarthy.
Miami Dolphins at the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm going Pittsburgh.
Yep, 2 in a row. Pittsburgh Steelers.
I'm going with Mike Tomlin.
Go, baby.
I got the Dolphins in upset.
Oh, yeah, but that's
Dolphins in an upset.
You got
Corey.
the right there. That's it. I'm telling you, don't forget to.
You're listening to Western Reserve Radio at westernreserveradio.com on the Live 365 network and the Live 365 app.
I'm Mike Sempervive with the Sports Byline Broadcasting Network 2-minute warning. On Wednesday, free agent first baseman Pete Alonso inked a 5-year, $155 million deal with the Baltimore Orioles, bringing his 8-year career with the Mets to an end. Coupled with the departures of fellow fan favorites Brandon Nimmo and Edwin Diaz, it's putting it mildly to say that the Mets president of baseball operations, David Stearns, is the least popular man in Queens. Mets fans should probably just take a few deep breaths and hold on to their outrage until the bulk of free agency moves around MLB get made, because David Stearns, in fact, may not be the dumbest man in baseball. From afar, these just feel like cold, hard business decisions. This is a team that went 38-55 over the last 93 games of the season, ending as an expensive failure. The writing was on the wall for Alonso last offseason when it was made clear that the Mets front office did not see him playing every day at first base and weren't interested in paying a premium price for it. A platoon of Jeff McNeil and possible free agent signee Paul Goldschmidt isn't sexy and brings less homers but would also be a lot cheaper, and provide a lot more flexibility as the Mets look for a long-term solution, likely a left-handed one at first. And you could say that Stearns has a soft spot for closer Devin Williams from their time with the Brewers, but Williams was the best reliever on the market, not named Edwin Diaz. When it became clear to Stearns that Diaz was leaving Queens and heading to the Dodgers, he pulled the trigger on Williams. Left fielder Brandon Nimmo was traded to the Texas Rangers straight up for second baseman Marcus Semien. And to be honest, this all feels like it's shaping up for Kyle Tucker to be offered a mega deal to come play left at Citi Field. And there's still pitching moves to be made as well, so while it's certainly the end of an era with three extremely popular players leaving New York, at the end of the day, the Mets may end up in a much better position for 2026 and beyond. I'm Mike Sempervive with the Sports Byline Broadcasting Network 2-Minute Warning.
Have you been daydreaming about losing weight for years? Do you just yo-yo back and forth? At Innovative Wellness Center, we have a holistic weight loss program that allows you to lose up to 20 pounds in 30 days. People are losing weight like crazy and keeping it off. It can be done from anywhere in the United States. Go to our website at www.innovativewellness.center and schedule your complimentary consultation today.
Every champion has a team behind them, and for thousands of families without insurance, Christ Clinic is that team. At Christ Clinic in Katy, Texas, they provide high-quality, faith-based health care to people who can't afford it, because everyone deserves a shot at health, no matter their income or insurance status. Their doctors, volunteers, their mission, rooted in compassion, their impact, over 10,000 patient visits every year and growing. But they can't do it without help from fans like you. If you ever cheered for a comeback story, this is your chance to be a part of one. Donate today at ChristClinicKaty.org and help them keep the doors open for those who need it most. One gift can be the difference between surviving and thriving. Christ Clinic in Katy, where health meets hope and faith goes to work. That's Christ Clinic Katy, spelled Katy.org. Team up with them today.
Soccer season rolls on here on the Sports Byline Broadcast Network. This is Tyler Levine, host of First Touch, the premier weekly global soccer show across the entire Sports Byline broadcast, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, Simple Radio, and around the world on the American Forces Radio Network. We're talking English Premier League, Champions League, our picks of the week, and a whole lot more. First Touch on Sports Byline USA, Fridays at 5 p.m. Eastern. See you there.
Getting together with friends to watch the game? Then you'll need American Premium Vodka. Handcrafted and pure, this is the one thing all Americans can agree on. Founder Mark Gus Scott shows the finest natural elements America has to offer, and you'll taste how great it is to be an American. Now available at Bevmo, GoPuff, Hy-Vee, and Fairway stores. American Premium Vodka. This is the America we need right now. Go to AmericanPremiumVodka.com. Celebrate responsibly.
Hey, vacation lovers, it's finally time to use all those random facts you learned on TikTok for something that actually matters. It's the Radio Trivia Challenge from thevacationbuddies.com. All right, here's how it works. Be one of the first 10 callers right now and you'll score a complimentary 3-day, 2-night getaway from the Vacation Buddies. You'll stay at none other than Westgate Resorts in your choice of Vegas, Orlando, Myrtle Beach, or Branson. You ready? According to Travel Stats, which of these 3 cities is the most visited vacation destination in the U.S.? A, Las Vegas, B, Orlando, C, New York City. First 10 callers get the trip. So stop scrolling and start dialing. And let's see if TikTok actually taught you anything.
Be one of the first 10 callers. Call Vacation Buddies right now. 800-340-1834. 800-340-1834. 800-340-1834. That's 800-340-1834.
My job is to tell it like it is.
So, are you enjoying our station? Well, now
you can take us along on your mobile device wherever you go.
Wow!
The free Live 365 app is available for both Apple and Android devices.
That sounds like fun. I'll give it a try.
Just go to the Apple app or Google Play Store and download it today.
You're listening to WRDB, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world.
WWE superstar Alberto Del Rio, take one.
Behold the angry giant.
Try it again, Alberto.
Behold the angry giant.
Perfect. Good luck tonight.
Behold the angry giant.
Yay! Read me another one, Dad.
This is WWE superstar Alberto Del Rio. It only takes a moment.